Okay, so let's get into the operation of the machine. So again, on the right side, you have your hose input. Now you see I took the filter out with my finger. You can take it out with tweezers, but you can easily take it out with your finger. And again, that knob just screws right on and right off. So we're going to put that back on there. On your left side, you have your electrical input. This is an American cord. So you're going to put that right into there. Obviously, the other end goes into the wall. And then you're going to see me use my hand on the left-hand side to power that power button on. Okay, so we're going to try to focus here. Gonna get it focused in just a second. All right, so at the left bottom side, those are preset settings. We don't use those because everyone is different, so we don't need anything preset. We're going to go off of our client, okay? So that is the pressure meter, which you'll see go up and down during the treatment, depending on what you're doing. Right in the middle here is the pressure. It goes well past 30 and it goes as little as 5. If it's your client's first time, you're going to keep them at 5, and then you're going to gradually go up once they become comfortable, and they will become comfortable. I have yet to go up to 30, so you probably won't be going there. If you go up too fast, you have the risk of creating blisters, so you have to be careful with that. So in the right-hand corner, you have your time, and usually you're going to be at 30 minutes. That's how long a butt lift session is. Below that, in the middle, is your vacuum setting, and below that is your release setting. I always have my vacuum at 1 and my release at 0.5. That's if the cups are on. If the cups are not on and you are just using the vacuum itself, the release needs to be at 0 and the vacuum will be at 1. Now, you'll be able to play with those settings depending on your client. But if you're using the cups, the vacuum needs to be at 1 and the release needs to be at 0.5. Here is the Y-shaped hose. Okay, so that's the end of the Y. Both of those tubes are going to go around the cups, which you will see shortly. The end that is by itself, which is not a Y, is going to go into the hose input right here. Okay, so that goes into there, and then again the end of the Y will go over the cups. Now if you were to just use one cup, which you probably wouldn't, you would have to tie the other hose because this is not going to suck if air is being released out of the other Y. This is important to know because if you were using the vacuum tool and you were using the Y hose with the vacuum tool, you would have to tie a knot in the end of the Y that is not being used because, again, the air will escape. So I'm going to show you that in a second here. Okay, so I'm tying one end of the Y. Okay, so I'm tying it, and then if it's not tight enough, then the air will escape. Sometimes if it's too tight, the vacuum will suck too hard. So you're going to have to play around with that. Here you're going to see me unscrew the handle of the vacuum tool, and as you can see, that filter is pretty used. Now I don't look super dirty, but it's really just oil, and it's infused oil, so obviously it's going to be that yellow brownish color. And then you just want to clean it out. Just clean it out with a disinfectant wipe. Nothing with bleach. A disinfectant wipe that's safe to use on tools like this. So you just want to clean up in there. And then once you're done cleaning, you do want to replace it with another filter. And you're just going to take that filter and you're just going to drop it right inside that vacuum. It's very simple. And these filters last a good amount of time. They do last. The one in the machine lasts more than the one in the vacuum, obviously, because the one in the vacuum is very close contact with the oil. Okay, so that just screws right back on. And then the untied end of the Y, you are going to put around that vacuum. So again, the reason why we tie it is so that the vacuum will work and that air will not escape. So I just turned the machine on and I'm going to do a quick, let's see here, demonstration, okay? So there I'm just turning down the pressure since I'm just showing you a demonstration. And then the release is at 0 and the suction is at 1 because that's what it's going to be at when you are using this to drag fat from the thigh to the glute area. And you can kind of see the suction working there. Okay, so that is the vacuum tool. And you know, you can use a single hose if you're using the vacuum. It's just that you just make more work for yourself and more cleaning. So I like to tie that hose so that I'm only using one tube. And to be honest with you, sometimes you'll have clients back to back, so it's probably best to use one hose. So again, the Y would go over those cups. And the other end would go into the machine.